Hi, students of class 25. How are you all doing? I hope you're staying healthy and you're taking enough precaution measures. So, this week we're going to start with something new. We're going to start with React and we're going to learn about what is React, how to use it, how to build complex user interfaces with it. So, for starting out with React, let's directly go to the React's main website. And this is a very useful link. They have really good documentation. I would say if you haven't gone, please go through this website. There are a lot of examples. They have tutorials and they have a docs page. I would say read through these completely, and when you go through tutorial, they also have little small applications they keep making throughout the tutorial. I would definitely recommend to code along and follow with that. But for now, let's start and see what React is exactly. So React is a JavaScript library for building user interfaces. And what does this mean? So before, I think in Node class or in JavaScript 3, you have been making some UIs, and either you have been using directly JavaScript to manipulate the DOM and everything. In React, we do not do that. React is a declarative. For now, let's just avoid this word and we'll come back to this later, maybe in the next week. The important word here is React is component based. And components are these small sets of useful HTML elements that are grouped together. And once they are grouped together, you can start reusing them. As a simple example, just on this page or on just this side of the UI, there are a few components. Here is a component for rendering a heading. Here is another component for rendering a normal text. And here is a component for rendering a button. If we go up and start looking in the search, and let's say we start for components, you see this list coming down. If we start looking at this element showing the title of the list is similar to this element, and is similar to this element, is similar to this element, and so on, which means these are just one component. If you look at the inner text, it has the same label and then its explanation. And these are pretty much the same component being used over and over again. Let's see one more example. If we go to YouTube, you can already start seeing what here is a component. For example, if you look at this card, this has a small video preview, a little logo, a title, some description about the video, the number of views, and how long ago it was updated. If you look here, it's pretty much the same. We again got the video preview, the logo, the description of the video or the title of the video, who uploaded it, number of views, and how long ago they uploaded it. So this is basically one component that is being repeated and has been passed along different data. For example, they have been passed along different data for a preview. They have been passed along a different description. The data of when they were uploaded is different for all of these videos. But they are using the same UI element to render different sort of data, which looks quite similar. This is still an abstract explanation, so I would rather show you with an example. We haven't gone through any part of the syntax, so don't be worried if you don't understand anything. I'm just demonstrating one thing. So here we have a small form. There's a div inside, and there is also an input box inside of this. Now let's say we want to have two of these. What we would generally do is go here, copy this, paste it here, and then we have, let me see, my setup is not working a bit. Anyway, we wanted to have two of those, and now we have two of those on our screen. But this is not really idle. For example, if I wanted to have 3 or 4, it quickly becomes a mess. There's something going wrong. Okay, so what we can do is turn it into a component. Again, component is any reusable block of this HTML-like syntax. I am specifically saying this is HTML-like and not exactly HTML. this is something called JSX, and we will come back to this, but for now just think of it, it's like an HTML like syntax. So we copy this. Let's make a new component. In React, whenever you make a new component, you start the name with a capital alphabet. So let's say my input, and it is gonna look like a function, and I'm gonna directly return the input. Now I can remove all of these. I can put my input, and I can just close it because there is nothing in between it. So my input, and now I can paste it as many times as I want. So I just pasted it 5 times and it renders 5 times on my screen, but look how much less code did I have to repeat. Since we took all the rendering logic of how this would look and we put it in one component, I can just keep repeating it without copying the code over and over again. And this is one really powerful aspect of having components. You dramatically reduce how much you repeat code. Now you have a fair idea of what a component looks like. Let's go back to the YouTube page, and now you can really see that this whole thing is just one component, the search bar, and it is not repeated anywhere else on the page. If you start looking on your left side, you'll have this best of YouTube, which has these categories: music, sports, gaming, movies, news, live, etc. And all of these form a list element, and these are all one component with just different icon and a different label being provided to them.